we say a Halatia Wasasa each. And that is in reference to the great sun, the exploration of the mystery of my story of the Copperstone Aboriginal American. What you're going to find out is that our history in America is a long and ancient history. Are you familiar with the Olmec? Are you familiar with the Aztecs? Yes, yeah. Okay. Let's discuss about some of the ancient ones that were here before what they call the so-called Native American. And then we're going to go into the definition of what Native American means in the 1828 Webster Dictionary. Okay, next. This right here shows a depiction of a woman riding on an alligator. You see the alligator that she's riding on? That was scary, doesn't it? Yeah, and she rides on the alligator, and this was painted in the 1600s. That was when they first came to the Americas. And you see the name up under here? It says America. America has a very powerful name and meaning to it. And a lot of people think that it's America's future, but it's not. But you see, in the mythology of the crocodile, it carries into many societies around the world. And then we'll discuss that a little bit later. But if you see these indigenous people in the 1600s, that's when Cortez and Pizarro came over here. I'm going to talk about them too. You'll see that, see what color they are? And look at your skin and look at their skin. And you see the afro and everything, and then you see America under here. And this is a very rare picture. You know, you can't find this picture anywhere. I'm a researcher, so I was so blessed to be able to pull this up. The real depictions of the indigenous societies here when the Europeans came to America. Okay, next. All right, this is a solar legacy right here. This is from the American or Noah Webster 1828 English Dictionary. And when you read the definition American, you'll see that it says that it's a noun. Let me come on this side. It's a noun, and it's a native of America, originally applied to the copper-colored races. Okay? And if you look at your skin, you'll see that that is copper tone, and there's variations of copper tone because it's a tone. So tone can mean many things. Copper-colored races, found here by the Europeans, but now applied to the descendants of the Europeans born in America. And the name American will always exalt the pride of patriotism, and that is George Washington. Yeah. Very, very powerful information for us so that we'll be able to know about, you know, the origins of the slave trade. Okay, next. To the next slide. Okay, the term black, and I'd like to get that to so that we'll know and put things to perspective that we all have an indigenous nationality. Black. And this is a Middle English name. It says sack, black, and it means pale. And it says to turn white, to become black, black, pale, wine, livid, and so forth. And these were the names that they put us, that they branded us with. Next slide, please. Okay, you see these people right here? This is a 1,200-year-old mural in South America. And what color are they, children? Copper tone, copper color. And if you ever look at them, you see what kind of hair that they have. Y'all see Lil Wayne? he got hair like Lil Wayne. Check him out. You see them, and this was right there in South America at a metal called Bonaparte. And this is 1,200 years old, so our legacy in the Americas is an ancient legacy. And this is in Bonaparte is in Chiapas, Mexico. Okay, next one, please. Here you can see the hand positions and see what they're doing with their hands. This is a very noble society. They were the original inhabitants of Mexico. Okay, next picture, please. And you all know what that is. It's a statue. Okay, now this right here are the first Indians that they say Indians, but we all know that they're not Indians because Indians are from India. These are the first Aboriginal people in America, and they're called the Olmecs. And these are the first ones that were the parent civilization of all of what we know today as being Native Americans. And if you look at them, you can tell just by looking at them what color is it. Okay, he's got the broad nose, the lips, he's got the helmet on, and so forth. So let's go to the next one. Okay, this right here is in 1599, and this is a picture of the Incas. And this is it's an Inca father and his two sons. Okay, next slide, please. This picture is an original depiction of Montezuma. And Montezuma was the emperor when these Europeans came to Mexico. And the European name was Cortez. And when he went to Mexico, this is who he ran into. Montezuma. And Montezuma this is a rare picture. And so if you ever look at the now depictions of Montezuma, it don't look like this right here. So we have to always read and study so that we'll know who we are and not be duped by a lot of the history that is being taught today saying that we are the original heritage. Okay, go to the next slide, please. Okay, I won't be able to read all of this, but go to this right here is a book. It's called Reminiscence. And this is talking about Thomas S. Woodward. And Thomas S. Woodward, actually, he went in because this is the only given account of the Yahzoo. And when you see the original inhabitants of the South and how he describes it, and you will be able to know that, and General Thomas S. Woodward, and then when he reported about their color, go to the third one. Go to the next one. Okay, yeah. Okay, go to one more. Okay, right here, it says that I think these located, the Yahzoos are right from the memory in the middle and eastern portions of Florida. And see, this was never named Georgia that we're living in. Before it was named Georgia, it was called Florida. Okay, and also it says that he describes the Yahzoos as having a dark skin, coarse hair, and thick lips, and flat feet, and as having the imperial implements of the war to the Creeks. So that is the only account that they have of the Yahzoos. So whatever happened to the information about our people? Well, we were this ruling class of Aboriginal people. And let's go to the next one. Here is a painting that I received. You know, that it shows, and this is in the 1500s of this painting. This is showing the Yahzoo Aboriginal people in the Carolinas. This is in South Carolina. This is the Yahzoo War of South Carolina. And what do they look like, children? Y'all was on the roll there for a minute. Look like you and me, right? Look like everybody in this room. Okay, so, and then you see who they're fighting with. Okay, and we were fighting over our land here because they was coming in trying to take our land. That's right, and they was very terrible. They came with smallpox blankets, diseases, and everything, and that is not good. The way that they did it. Yeah, and they did it. They made so many, but they had a cure. They had a remedy for themselves, but we didn't. And so a lot of us went and they say ran, but we went to further into the coast of Florida. And then they called us Seminoles and called us other names that were like bad words, bad names that they called us. And let's go to the next one. Okay, here are the original depictions of people that was in the Mississippi territories, and these are the Chippewa. And this is a 1600s. I say 1600s painting because this was a voyage into the interior of the Americans because it was 1600s that the Europeans started to come into the Americas. It wasn't 1492. It was in the 1600s. And this is what they seen when they came and they seen it. And go to the next one. These right here are the Tunica, and that's my people. That's my tribe. I'm from the Royal House of Tunica, and my native, or my aboriginal name is Yahzoo Bayou, and it represents the people here. You know, and if you look at the pictures, you can see that we was in wars at this time because a lot of people wanted to go with those that was coming into the interior of America but wanted to steal the land. Okay, now, and he's what you call active Coppice, which is a family name that is within the tuna stop. Okay, next one, please. Okay, see the sister right here? That's a Choctaw woman, and the name Choctaw was the name of a ruler of the Choctaw, what they call Choctaw people. He was the name that he said Choctaw, but he lived in Tuscaloosa, and Tuscaloosa means black warrior. So when you go to Tuscaloosa, you always say, I'm in a place of the territory of the black warriors. And so Tuscaloosa, the river, which is called the Black Warrior River, and they have a Black Warrior High School there. That right there also shows that who we are as a people. And if you look, just like Jimi Hendrix's mother, here she goes. Look at it. This is a sister here, one of the originals, showing the original Choctaws. They don't look like that today. And because of the fact that on the roll from the BIA, they started knocking us off the rolls and they annexed it and they called us African Americans or one.
Man, look at this country ass, backwoods, crazy ass, blazing saddle ass dude feeding the horses. Man, can you believe this? Look at this guy. Hey, people don't ride horses no more, homie.
I just want to show people this. This is some black walnut right here. It's good for parasites and good for many things.